When we think about fertility, we typically imagine couples in their 30s or 40s trying to start a family. We rarely connect fertility with teenagers or young adults in their early 20s. But here's the reality. Male fertility doesn't suddenly switch on at age 30. It begins in adolescence, and the habits, conditions, and choices made during these formative years can determine reproductive health for decades to come. Today, I want to talk about something we don't discuss enough: male infertility in adolescents and young adults. Why it happens, how to recognize the warning signs, and most importantly, what can be done to prevent problems before they start. The scale of the problem. Let's begin with some context. Infertility affects approximately 1 in 6 couples globally. That's roughly 48 million couples worldwide. And here's what many people don't realize. Male factors contribute to nearly half of these cases. That means male fertility issues are just as common as female fertility issues. Yet we talk about them far less. Now, most young men don't think about fertility. It feels like a distant concern. But the truth is, many fertility problems have their roots in adolescence or early adulthood. Consider this. Varicocele, which is swelling of veins in the scrotum, affects 15 to 20% of adolescent males. It's one of the most common causes of male infertility, yet most young men have never heard of it. Lifestyle factors like poor diet, obesity, smoking, and stress, all increasingly common among teenagers and young adults, directly impact sperm quality. And unlike older age, which we can't control, these factors are entirely preventable. The window of opportunity for intervention is wide open during adolescence, but only if young men are aware, and only if they know what to watch for. How male reproductive health works. To understand what can go wrong, we first need to understand what normal looks like. Male reproductive health centers around 3 key components: the testicles, hormones, and sperm production. The testicles are responsible for producing sperm, the cells needed to fertilize an egg. Healthy sperm must be strong, numerous, and able to swim efficiently toward the egg. Any disruption to testicular function can affect all 3 qualities. Testosterone is the primary hormone regulating sperm production, sexual development, and overall reproductive health. It's influenced by sleep, diet, stress, and physical activity, factors that are highly variable during adolescence. Puberty is when everything begins. Typically between ages 12 and 16, the testicles start producing sperm, and the body undergoes massive hormonal changes. This period sets the foundation for future fertility. Any physical issues, injuries, or unhealthy habits during this critical window can have long-term consequences. Think of it like building a house. If the foundation is compromised early on, problems will show up later, even if everything looks fine on the surface. This is why adolescence is such a crucial time for awareness and prevention. Common causes and warning signs. So what actually causes fertility problems in young men? Let me break this down into 3 categories. First, physical conditions. Varicocele is the most common. It's essentially varicose veins in the testicles, enlarged veins that disrupt blood flow and heat regulation. This reduces sperm quality over time. Signs to watch for include swelling, heaviness, or mild discomfort in the scrotum, often worse after standing for long periods or physical activity. Varicocele is usually more noticeable on the left side and can sometimes be seen as small bulges. Testicular injury or infection can also damage tissue. Trauma from sports, accidents, or untreated infections like mumps can impair sperm production permanently. Second, lifestyle factors. Poor diet and obesity reduce sperm quality. High-fat junk food and nutrient deficiencies affect hormone balance and sperm health. Smoking, alcohol, and recreational drugs introduce chemicals that harm sperm production directly. A sedentary lifestyle, sitting for hours with little physical activity, causes poor circulation and hormonal changes. And stress combined with lack of sleep disrupts testosterone production. Hormones are incredibly sensitive to sleep deprivation and chronic stress. Why early detection changes everything. Early detection is a game changer. Let me explain why. First, conditions are more treatable when caught early. Varicocele, hormonal imbalances, and lifestyle-related issues respond much better to intervention during adolescence or early adulthood. A minor surgical procedure for varicocele in a teenager can preserve fertility for life. Waiting until the 30s may mean the damage is already done. Second, early awareness encourages healthy habits. When young men understand that their daily choices affect fertility, they're more likely to eat well, exercise regularly, avoid harmful substances, and manage stress. These habits don't just protect fertility, they improve overall health, energy, and well-being. Third, it prevents long-term complications. Untreated issues lead to reduced sperm quality, difficulty conceiving later in life, and significant emotional stress for couples. Many men only discover fertility problems after a year of trying to conceive with a partner, by which point reversing the damage is much harder. So how do we detect problems early? Start with regular self-checks. Once a month, check for swelling, heaviness, or visible veins in the testicles. This simple habit can catch varicocele or other changes early. Practical steps for protection. Let me give you a practical roadmap for protecting fertility starting today. Lifestyle interventions. Nutrition matters enormously. Eat plenty of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins like fish and legumes, and foods rich in zinc and selenium. Pumpkin seeds, Brazil nuts, seafood. Avoid excessive junk food and sugary drinks. Stay hydrated. Exercise regularly. 30 to 60 minutes of moderate activity daily improves circulation, hormone balance, and sperm quality. This can be cardio, strength training, or even walking. But avoid prolonged heat exposure. Hot tubs, saunas, or keeping laptops on your lap can raise testicular temperature and harm sperm. Quit smoking and limit alcohol. Both reduce sperm quality significantly. Avoid recreational drugs entirely. Manage stress through meditation, deep breathing, yoga, sports, or hobbies. Mental health directly affects hormone balance. Sleep 7 to 9 hours nightly. Poor sleep lowers testosterone and disrupts sperm production. Medical support. See a doctor if you notice pain, swelling, or any unusual symptoms. Early detection is key. Semen analysis can check sperm count, motility, and overall health. It's a simple, non-invasive test. Infertility affects 1 in 6 couples, and half of those cases involve male factors. But unlike age, which we can't control, most adolescent and young adult fertility issues are preventable or treatable when caught early. The habits you build today determine your reproductive health tomorrow. So start now. Eat well, exercise, sleep, manage stress. Avoid harmful substances. Check yourself monthly. And if something feels wrong, speak up. Like the video, share the video, and do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your future self will thank you. Thank you.